more importantly, you choose the life you live, you choose the mood you have in any given second. You want to be frustrated or fascinated? You want to have a magical life or be totally tragic? Your choice, every given moment. To the 71 kilos, 6 foot tall. Hands are holding on to 71 kilos. Intermittent fasting is dumb. Dumb diddly dum. It's the dumbest thing ever. Well, not the dumbest thing ever. It's one of the dumbest things in the fitness world. The fitness world is not the fitness world. The fitness world, that's the Olympics. We're talking about performance, watts per kilo, run splits, mile times, powerlifting. That's fitness world. Weight loss world. Calories in, calories out. Intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day. Low carb, high carb, blah, blah, blah. Actually, high carb's in fitness world. Low carb is in weight loss stupidity world. So intermittent fasting, what's that? If you're hungry, don't eat. Wake up hungry, don't eat. You got an eating window later on in the day. You hungry right now? Can't do that. You want some oxygen right now? Got to hold your breath. You know what I mean? You want to go talk now? No. Class is in session. It's just stupid rules that someone's ego has sold and branded and commodified, and people out there who are just addicted to yo-yo diets go, well, I'll try that. I'll try this. I'll try that. It's just like, you know, like you got like it's insane. My focus isn't fully there right now. Why am I intermittent fasting right now? I'm not. It's happened by accident. I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning, ripping and raring to go on the computer, had a little bit of sugar, some sultanas. I'm doing a blood test, all right? So as soon as it's 8 o'clock, I'll go down there, get the blood test, and I can come back home and have breakfast. Now it's like 12 o'clock. I've been talking with Natasha, just having the good life. And I'm like, gee, I should be eating something now, but I want to get this test done today, so I can start this next video series coming up. Anyway, so I went to my clinic to go get the test done, and they've closed. It's on a Thursday, they close early. So I'm like, okay, so I've got to go to another one. And I'm riding around, and I'm just thinking, this is what people must feel like, this stress, this cortisol, just like, oh my God, it's closed. And it's just first world problems get magnified. All right? And I've got no stimulants in my body right now, nothing at all. But I can feel my cortisol, it's not a pleasant feeling. It's a frustrated feeling. It's a first world problem feeling. But it helps me realize, like, wow, this is what people must feel like, man. This sucks. You can't have a quality relationship. Like, if there's a testing situation right now, how can I react and give my absolute best? I mean, a few hours ago is fine. I'm going through the glycogen stuff. But now I can feel my blood pressure's dropping off. I can feel my testosterone's dropping off. I know exactly what that feels like. I've had a lot of experience with testosterone, natural and exogenous. I can feel my cortisol going up a bit. I'm getting a bit more flight or fight. And it's a feeling that I don't like. I don't like it at all. So intermittent fasting, people are, well, I want to lose weight. I'm prepared to deal with that bad feeling because I want to lose weight. Well, you will lose weight because you're starving yourself. You're cutting your calories down. How about just stop eating all that fatty junk? Oh, you don't want to do that, do you? Don't want to do that. That's what these diets, these fads take off so well, because people are like, well, I can eat my fatty junk, I can eat my KFC fried stuff and all this stuff if I just eat 1 meal a day. Yeah, can I do that? Can I have all my Krispy Kreme donuts, all that fatty chocolate, and the fatty milkshakes, and the fatty ice cream, and I'll blame it on the sugar. I'll blame all my fat on my body from the fat I eat. I'll blame it on the sugar, which is only 4 calories per gram, with fat's 9 calories per gram, and fat's stored as fat. Well, don't eat too much sugar, because unless you're going to burn it off, it's going to get stored as fat. Well, what are you going to eat then? If you're not going to eat sugar, what are you going to eat? Oh, you need fat. You need fat for your brain, don't you? I think you've had too much fat and it's coated your brain. Your brain's turned into a block of butter and you can't think logically. The fat you eat, the fat you wear. So unless you're like super fit, it's just, and there's people out there who say that, oh, that's achievable, natty or whatever. It's just, or it could be like walking up to Tesla, Mr. Tesla, Elon Musk, and say, electric cars, you can't make an electric car. It's got to be petrol. That's what people said back in the day. You'll never succeed in the electric car industry. It's just so people out there just, oh man, guess my cortisol spiked. Anyway, that's the deal. Intermittent fasting, great way to feel bad, great way to decrease your relationship quality, because you'll be snippy, you'll be moody, you'll be on thyroid medication soon. You have this like, what they call it, this metabolic syndrome where people have all this weight around their stomach, and I'm just shredded, man. I've got like no fat on my face, no fat on my balls on my feet. I hardly even have any fat on there. I'm wearing cushioned shoes. This says no fat on my legs, I'm wearing cushioned shoes. The fat pads on my feet are just like spinning dissolved. It's insane. It's laughable out there. People, You know, that's why I always run in cushion shoes. Be like, what about barefoot shoes? I can't run in barefoot shoes, man. I don't have enough fat in my feet. If you've got enough fat on your feet, a barefoot shoe is probably all right for you, you know, but not for me. Stone bruises. You ever had a stone bruise? So yeah, I accept that some people out there have fatter feet and they can handle it. Now, I get that now. My thoughts are all over the place right now. It's crazy. Intermittent fasting, man, so dumb. It's just going to tank your mood. Who cares if you lose a bit of weight? You're going to rebound it back. And in the meantime, you're going to be smashing in the stims. Then your anxiety's going to skyrocket. You're going to be on the Xanax, the Xannies and all that stuff. And then might be on SSRI medications. That's going to affect your orgasm, your lube, your wetness, your hardness, your density. Oh my God, all this cascade of issues just because you want to lose a bit of weight, just because you couldn't do it the right way. Low fat, high carb, move your body a bit. If you don't want to move your body, you don't have to, but you're never going to build a toned, tight body like myself or Natasha. You know, regardless of your weight, you might be 90 kilos toned and tight, or 70 kilos or 50 kilos toned and tight. You'll never be toned and tight unless you've got some tension in your muscles, some activation of your contractile tissue, man. Right? And the fat you eat is the fat you wear. The fat you don't eat is the fat you don't wear. And you understand about adaptive thermogenesis, aka post-starvation obesity. When you cut your carbs down, you cut your carbs down. Your thyroid hates that. Your TSH goes up, T3, T4 go down. And that triggers that TSH to go up to try and go, what's going on here? Slows your metabolism, brings up your prolactin. You feel like frumpy and dumpy, and you're like, yeah. You know, and then the people around you will say, oh, what happened to you? Where's your spark? Where's your glow? Only when you have some cocaine or some stims do you have some passion. And then when you're coming down, it's like, oh, that's a bit of a bipolar swing there in a bad way. You know, not I'm happy and then I'm just calm. It's like I'm happy, super happy, and now I'm super depressed. That's not quality of life, people. And then again, this all starts with taking the carbs less. And then the less carbs you have, the more stims you need, because you're just like, I feel like absolute dirt and dust. Look at vegan cyclists, you know, the dark circles under his eyes. And people say, oh, you're just biased because you're a vegan, you know, pick on anyone. I'm not picking on anyone, I'm just stating the obvious. If you do intermittent fasting, you're going to have dark circles under your eyes, you're going to be like, you're going to be smashing stims, man. And that's not, you know, and that goes for anyone out there. Look at Greg Doucet's audience, or etc., etc. You know, just calories in, calories out, just an eating disorder. And I've helped thousands of people overcome this. You know, you want more information, go check out my ebooks at durianrider.com. Like, get the best advice, man. Like when I'm wearing a helmet, I want something that's the best, safe, that actually works, man. I don't care about fashion, I want something that works. I want to feel good naturally, not to be dependent on a pill or an injection or anything to feel good, right? Or I don't have to be, you know, lying to people to attract noobs who insulate my ego with just compliments that I don't even really deserve. You know, like, that's not me at all. I like having a greater participation with daily reality. I like feeling in control. I like feeling in control. And that's my biggest thing. Control in my life. I love that. Control with who I spend my time with, how I spend that time, my energy levels, my power output, everything. You know, my mood. I love having control over that. And if you don't have control over it, you're going to have a really tough life. And the pharmaceutical companies, they will love you, because they're like, well, you can't control your mood. We've got a little pill. We can give you that, and it's got a whole host of side effects with that. People are popping these pills, kids out there. They're doing the Xannies. They don't understand all the side effects of that. I've got anxiety. I just want to pop a pill and not feel anything. You want to feel stuff, man. But if you've got too much anxiety, it's because you got too much stims in your bloodstream, because you don't eat enough carbohydrates. Smash in some fruit, smash in some white sugar, smash in some white rice, or any sugar for that matter, and you're going to feel a lot better. All right, you can just do my way, or you can do that crazy manic depression, weight gain, yo-yo, weight loss, fitness world, fake natty, lies to your face world, where you're losing money, you're losing time, you're losing sex drive, you're losing libido, you're losing passion in your life. Highway, or you can go over here, what I'm doing. If you like what I'm doing, do what I'm doing. If you don't, do what everyone else is doing. Get those results that just on and off. You ever seen really a hot guy or a hot girl, and you see him a month later or 2 years later, you're like, holy shit, what happened to them? Damn, they went downhill, and that's really sad. I'm 44 coming up soon. I've seen people suicide. I've seen dead bodies on the road. I feel like I've seen a lot, so I can share my experiences. the shortcut for weight loss works devastatingly, ineffectively against your life quality. You'll lose a bit of weight, but then you lose a lot of things with that. I'm a big fan of the long term, the long haul relationship with yourself and those around you, building quality. Eat low fat. You're keeping your fat under 20 grams a day or whatever, it's just going to melt off, man. And but people don't do that. They just like within shortcuts. It's just like, how dumb are you, man? How dumb are you? Anyway, this is my little intermittent fasting video ramping here, powered by cortisol, powered by frustration. I'm going to finally get this blood test done, and we're going to do a weight gain series. Can I gain 15 kilos over this next year? And yeah, there'll be many ways we'll be doing that. Anyway, that's the deal. It's a crazy world out there. And really, man, like, my biggest thing is seeing people out there suffer. You know, I've seen people suicide. I've had friends who are suicide. And at the time I didn't understand what was going on, and now I do. And it all come down to insufficient carbohydrates. And people can't handle that. That solution is so simple. They're like, no. Psychiatry says you've got a deficiency in Abilify and lithium and you know what I mean? The solutions are so freaking simple, man. But people are just shocked at the answer. Like, look at peak hour traffic. People are driving their cars 2Ks to work in the city or whatever. And it's just peak hour traffic, bumper to bumper. Get on a bike or just walk. Go through. Like, the solutions are so simple. People are like, So that's the society we live in. I get it. I don't get too frustrated about it once I hadn't had enough breakfast. But yeah, I see people suffer, man. Why suffer in life? Like, suffer on the hills, suffer in the gym, that good suffer, that feeling of like sweat and that contractile tissue, you know, petitioning, that's a good suffering. But to suffer when you don't want to suffer, that's really suffering, you know. Like, that sucks. To suffer when you don't want to suffer. Like, I shouldn't be suffering right now. I should be feeling good. I got my friends, my family. I can see, I can hear, I got my life. But I'm suffering because I've got such low dopamine and serotonin because I'm fearing carbohydrates. I'm fearing sugar. I'm fearing fruit. I'm fearing white rice. And I'm tanking. I am absolutely tanking in my life. And I know some people out there who look amazing for various reasons. Body tune, Photoshop, surgeries, etc. That's fine, sort of. But they feel really, really bad inside. But they don't show that on social media. They put the, hey guys, smile on. Which is what we're conditioned to believe is true. But these people are really, really hurting in life. Right? So hopefully you learn this the fast way, the easy way. Or you learn it the slow way and the hard way, and you lose 5 years or 10 years. I mean, I've got girls in their 20s, late teens, prime of their life, highest MCV they'll ever have, unfortunately, and they're wasting it with fuckboys, with weight loss bullshit, and same with the guys as well. Guys are wasting it with drugs and just, damaged goods and stuff like that. And I'm just like, what are you doing, man? You guys are in the prime of your life, you guys and girls. Don't waste it on the drug scene, the party scene, the whatever scene. You just have a little bit of dabble, a little bit of a taste, but respect it and move on. But this daily, weekly abusing of drugs and starving yourself and yo-yo diets, it's like, man, what are you doing? Teenagers, young adults, what are you doing? And then you got people my age who are still doing that stuff. I'm just like, when are you gonna learn, man? When are you gonna learn? Lastly, wrap the video up. I was riding my bike across the street the other day. There was an elderly couple. God bless them. Elderly couple walked across this crossing, and the lights were green for me. I stopped. If I didn't stop, I would have hit them. They didn't even look when they crossed the road. They just assumed it was okay because they couldn't hear a car. They didn't look for a bicycle. So good thing I was paying attention, because I would have cleaned them up at 40 km an hour, and that wouldn't be good for anyone. And I was just thinking, how do you get so far in life without looking before you cross the road? I was almost going to give him a lecture. But I was just like, wow, you just assume the road's safe because you can't hear a car, so you just walk straight out on a crossing. And that's what people do in life. They just assume, well, the TV said that, the Instagrammer with 1 million followers said that, it must be true. Use your logic in life, people. You always forget your heart, turn your heart off. Heart's good, but logic, all right? Listen to your logic, and a bit of heart is important as well. But when it comes to most things, especially dietary, environment, relationships, listen to logic. If you listen to your little feelings, you get manipulated very easily, all right? It's good to have feels, but logic, man. have logic, you'll have a much better quality of life, right? Logic, let logic be your compass, man. Otherwise you're going to be suckered and scammed and ganked so hard in life, man. Another YouTuber who's got the big dark circles under their eyes, Casey Neistat. Again, it's not diss to anyone, but there's people out there just smashing the stims, doing as much as they can to avoid eating enough, and just really suffering in life, alright? So, it doesn't matter how many followers, how much money you're making, if you're not enjoying life because you're so hungry and cranky and tweaked out from cortisol, etc., they don't know where to live. Anyway, that's just my opinion and my experience. What do you want in life? Do you want a high quality life, or do you want low quality? Your choice is yours. You choose the life you live.